To those of you who have seen the articles are likely very confused and very upset at me. Let me explain.
This is one of my best friends, Ghassan. We met 10 years ago when we were both cast on this TV pilot. Since then, we've been co-writers, co-directors on multiple projects, our YouTube channel.
Action!
We owned a production company, made stuff for corporate clients, and we even got jobs at the same performance marketing agency.
Below me.
By the end of 2022, I was let go from the agency. So, in 2023, I reset my life, focused on myself, and stepped away from our friendship. Ghassan and I don't talk for the next while, and then in August of 2023, I see his mugshot in the news. And the headline said he was caught filming upskirt videos. But that doesn't seem like something Ghassan would do. We'd been close friends and collaborators for 10 years. This felt completely out of character for him. But did he really do it?
So here's what happens when you type in my legal name on Google. Oh yeah, as you can see, it is everywhere. I finally understood what being triggered felt like.
But let's rewind 3 months. Other than the brief phone call we shared back in August 2023 when I first saw him on the news, we hadn't spoken or seen each other since I left the agency over a year and a half ago. I get him to tell me the story again, see what changes with every retelling, but every time it's the exact same.
Yo, what's up, man?
Hey, bro, how's it going?
Oh, you know, seen better days.
Oh, I'm sure. What the hell happened, dude? You mind telling me?
Yeah, last year I went through a process of trying to be more social and improve my dating life without using the apps. So I got really in my head about the process. So back in July, I decided to hire a dating coach. So his process was to film my interactions with women throughout the day so we can review the footage later. So on the last interaction of the day, I approached this beautiful woman in a pink dress out in the middle of Queen Street, and it was a great interaction. We were walking and talking, and then as we did, a police officer showed up. And next thing I know, I'm being arrested for voyeurism for a sexual purpose. So I spent the night in jail. I didn't think much of the charge at the time. And then I spoke to a public defender who told me that it comes with a 5-year sentence and I would have to register as a sex offender. That's when I thought, man, if that happens, I gotta end my life.
Why did the cop think you guys were doing the voyeurist stuff? What exactly did he think he saw?
Well, the coach had the camera in a lunchbox. It was a hidden camera held to his side. The cop thought I was distracting the woman while the coach came up from behind and filmed her. Also, the cop said we walked up a flight of stairs, which is not true. We were outside the entire time.
So you guys didn't go inside at all, like with the girl?
No, I mean, we were right on Queen Street, and it's solid ground.
Huh.
I was released from jail, and then 2 weeks later, I see my face on the news. I was one of the top stories on Reddit, one of the top stories in Toronto. And coincidentally, this was the day that I also lost my job for unrelated reasons. So on that day, I lost my job, I lost friends, and I was told I wasn't able to act until everything gets resolved. I wanted to just kill myself right then and there.
I'm sorry to hear, man.
Yeah. I've been completely isolated and avoided social media in general. Once you see your mugshot online, you don't want anything to do with the internet.
Why'd you hire a dating coach? What is a dating coach?
So in this video, I'm going to be going over the proper way on how to approach any girl during the daytime.
In this video, you're going to see me get rejected.
The unspoken rules of approaching women from a dating coach.
Most men are single, most young women are not.
What is your body count? Between 600 and 1,000.
You do not have to accept
her rejection. These women are sharks, G. You gotta be careful.
Always masculine men take the lead.
To be honest, I'd rather just be a little lonelier than deal with all the hassle of dating.
We've implicitly told young people, especially men, they're not supposed to express interest.
Social media has completely warped and kind of destroyed the way that men and women view each other, especially when it comes to dating.
Hey, off. Thank you. Yeah, you happy? I've talked with a couple of publicists. We're looking at tens of thousands of dollars. You put out a statement, you put out everything in the press, and it could have the inverse effect of what you want. I've got some savings, my younger brother's got some savings, I gotta talk to my dad. Sorry. This girl's nuts.
The day I saw Ghassan's mugshot, I just happened to have something of my own go viral in the city. So I was actually recording the news when I came across his mugshot. But it's local news. Hundreds of stories must go up a day. Would people we know actually see this? Does that mean Ghassan's canceled?
What were we talking about?
I got hired and fired by Saturday Night Live.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was media attention about a slur. And people are perfectly reasonable to see a headline, and they're perfectly reasonable to be like, fuck that guy.
Only people who have been in your position can appreciate the feeling of being publicly shamed.
Mm-hmm.
And then that you don't get to, in many ways, explain it, right?
No, you can't really.
Right.
I've been cancelled quite a few times. Adversity is a filter, and you find out who your friends are.
I've never actually been canceled. If you think about what being canceled means, if we think of celebrities and we think of people in the media as products, because they're brands, being canceled is people boycotting the product. People haven't boycotted me.
Do you feel like you were canceled maybe on a local level though?
The second week after the news had come out, my buddy hit me up and he's like, hey, you want to go to a bar? I was like, dude, I still feel kind of uncomfortable. He's like, I think you're just being a little too paranoid. Yo, I got you for drinks tonight, just come out. I was like, okay, cool. I go in, it's empty, I can't really find my friend. I walk back outside, and then the bartender walks out and he's like, yo, buddy, I can't have you in here. And I was like, why not? And then he pulls out his phone and he zooms in on the mugshot and he goes, is this you? And I was like, dude, it's a false arrest. It was a moment where I was like, this is fucking real. I am shunned from this community. I don't know who else knows in this community. Am I allowed to go get coffee? Am I allowed to go get snacks? Am I allowed to do anything without somebody knowing? My world collapsed right there.
Ghassan and I had been filming for a few months, and we started hanging out more. And he's retold the story of the arrest to me several times, on and off camera. But today, I get to verify that story with our first piece of hard evidence from the arrest.
So this is the audio recording device that the coach put on me during our sessions. This holds the recording of the entire session and also contains the recording of the arrest. Cool. All right.
I'm going there end of August, actually.
So that's it? Yeah.
Hey, excuse me. Super random. I just really love your style when it comes out. Sam. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Sam. How are you?
Good. What are your plans for the day?
I'm supposed to meet a friend, but she's kind of flopping on me. So, I don't know. I have no plans.
All right, well, let's make some plans.
Oh my god. Okay, what do you want to do? You want to come with me to the water?
Let's do it. Yeah.
That's exactly how I remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how you describe it to us.
Yeah.
Do you guys know him?
No.
What's up?
So,
What are you taking videos of? Show me
Oh,
your
damn.
All right.
is this taking video? Are you guys taking videos of me?
No, we're just walking.
Are you with Head of Sky?
No, I just walking.
Are you sure? Are you
Yeah.
being weird?
Do you know this guy? No, I just met her.
Yeah, this is me panicking.
How do you feel hearing the coach's voice for the first time in a while? I'm just transported back to the anxiety in that moment.
She's so nice, and she was just, like, you guys were actually really hitting it off, and then all of a
know.
sudden you can hear like this panic in her voice, and it's just...
I fucking know. It kills me. I thought about that for so long.
I also felt so bad for lying to her, man. Oh my God, it was a moment of just pure panic. I was like, fuck, just get out of here, get out of here.
He's helping me learn how to talk to women. That's it. He's teaching you how to talk to women? Yeah, that's it. Okay, and that's legitimately it. He's just helping me with filming it, so then that way I can review it later and then just understand.
Oh, you can hear this fear in my voice.
So right now, you're being arrested for your partner, or they're your friends, whoever it is to you. He's being arrested for voyeurism, and you're going to be arrested for partying to the offense of that.
What's interesting is I always thought that he said voyeurism for a sexual purpose in the charge. All he said is voyeurism. Because I've heard the term voyeurism before, but I didn't know its full context. I always thought it was like filming somebody that didn't know they were being filmed. Yeah, see, the fact that we don't even know here.
Yeah, because I don't know if it's necessarily sexual, but it's definitely like looking in on someone and like observing someone without them knowing.
In general terms, a voyeur is a person who derives sexual gratification from the covert observation of others as they undress or engage in sexual activities.
I've heard of voyeuristic filmmaking styles before. Like you're just filming somebody in a distance and looking like, oh, he can't see the camera. I didn't know there was anything sexual behind it. Again, part of my own ignorance. Yeah, I was just in the back of the squad car like, don't say anything, don't make movements, just be totally still.
Have you settled on a PR firm?
Yeah. So I settled on a PR firm. They gave me the best vibe when it came to it. I got to talk to the publicist to figure out when we're looking to drop the statement as well.
Yeah.
Because that hasn't come up. The thing that's been bothering me is I had a call with my agent on Monday. Let's say he starts submitting me out for content again, and everyone just goes, yeah, cool. We'll get him to audition. Those same casting directors who said no now are saying yes. Then is what I'm working on all for naught?
You mean like if you're already getting those roles, then what's the point?
Yeah. Am I just putting more damage on myself?
It is June 16th, 2024. A couple of weeks away from everything dropping. And I'm just so friggin' stressed right now.
A couple of weeks ago, somebody I know was like, hey, are you planning to tell other people about this? And I was like, not yet. I want to wait for the story to come out. And they basically told me, hey, somebody approached me and told me, hey, you talked to this guy. Do you know what he did? So it's wild to me that it's a year later and we're still dealing with this, but also why the story needs to come out. I had a meeting with the publicist this morning.
Oh, nice.
They said that the article is being published.
When?
No idea when, but we have liftoff.
Since this journey began, I've only been privy to one side of the story. After hearing the tape, I was able to verify that story. But one of the pieces I've been waiting for is the police report.
So I just sent you over the police report.
Yeah, all right.
You want to take a look at it?
Damn, I've been wanting to look at this thing for a long time, man. Yeah, there it is.
We started off over there and then we continued walking.
Yeah, so this is the
Across
island right
street,
here.
Yeah. Officer.
First observes them. Behind X, there are stairs that go down. So is A1 speaking to female, A2 goes down the stairs with duffel bag recording under female skirt. Very odd behavior.
The way it was explained to me it sounded like we were walking up a flight of stairs with her.
That's what you told me like the first time we ever talked about it. Was
Yeah.
that he said that you guys walked up a flight of stairs and you were like, there's no stairs anywhere because we didn't go inside anywhere.
Yeah. We were still pretty far away from the stairs.
Okay, H2's bag had a hole on the side in which camera lens fits perfectly. Canon Vixia HF R600 57X.
Their collective agreed upon excuse for actions is to say it is for a social experiment, should they get caught. So, I mean, that's false. That's something that Edison said in the moment. They didn't include the cop's interview with me. And also, it mentions the social experiment thing like a couple of times, but never mentions what I said.
I appreciate you sharing this with me.
All right, we good?
Yeah, I think that's good, man. Thank you.
Cool.
Yeah, let's cut there.
All right, yo.
Thanks for showing me the report.
Yeah, no worries.
Crazy
All right,
stuff.
see you, man. Have a good one.
Take it easy. So, what do you think?
You know what's crazy is Ghassan didn't remember the stairs. Every time he told me the story, he kept saying that the police said that they went up a flight of stairs, and he kept saying, Mikhail, there's no stairs. We didn't go inside anywhere. But the second we got to ground zero, I fucking saw the stairs right away. Or does he know there's stairs and he's lying about it? If we don't have access to the shot, like to the actual recording, then...
Kind of hard to prove anything, eh?
Yeah. All right, well, I'll see if I can find that camera. Found it. It took a while since this model is no longer being made or sold as it's an older model, but I found a newer version of the same camera on Kijiji. Drove a couple hours to meet the guy, but I got it. One thing that worries me is that it comes with a 57 times zoom. Could it have been possible?
So it's 6 a.m. I'm having trouble going back to sleep. I just got thinking, do I even put out a statement? It's been a year, right? Like, do people even remember or even care? Very nervous, and also like just the big why. Why am I doing this right now? Why do I even need to do this? We're gonna have publicity, articles put out. My image is gonna be cleared up on Google eventually. So I'm like, why the fuck am I doing this? Whew, okay. So let's talk about this. How do I go about this? Let's talk about this. I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this. Let's talk about this. It's 2 minutes already. Look at that. Is this an apology? What's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Still have not finished. Cool. I think yeah, let's cut this camera.
For this next part, I originally wanted to do this at a studio with measurements recreating the landscape, but I decided fuck it. Let's do it where it really happened. I have a camera and I have a skirt, and we're gonna try to recreate the dating coach's shot. Now trust me, I know how ridiculous this sounds. So I wanna make this absolutely clear. I do not advocate for any kind of activity like this, but recreating this shot is absolutely necessary. So this is the closest I'm ever gonna get to seeing the video evidence. So I'm gonna bring in my cinematographer, Matt, who's a camera expert, and we're gonna try to be as scientific as possible with this. We discussed hiring a person to wear the skirt for this experiment, but something about that felt very wrong. So I put the skirt on. There's my knee. There's a couple inches above the knee. Most extreme angle. You're near the ground. I'm near the top of the stairs. We conducted the experiment several times, beginning with the most extreme configuration to see if an upskirt was even possible at this location. placing the camera at the bottom of the stairs near the ground, placing the subject in the skirt at the highest point on the stairs to create as vertical of an angle as possible for the camera lens.
Yeah, like I'm zoomed in and just leg, really. And I mean, it's hard to tell from this screen too.
We found it was very difficult to get an upskirt at these exact specifications at this exact spot, which is where the dating coach began.
Okay, zoom in from there. What can you see?
Just like, honestly, just leg, dude.
Now what we know from Ghassan and the police report was that he and the girl were far away from the top of the stairs, which in turn implies a flatter, less extreme angle looking up.
Yeah, it's just like, this is where the top of the stairs start to become a factor in this shot. Like right below your knees, that's where, yeah.
Interesting.
Anyways.
Let's capture it.
Okay, let's go.
If an upskirt was not possible to capture in the extreme configuration, then an upskirt was even less possible in the circumstances of the arrest.
So the further that you move back that way, the less upskirt I get. Because the further you move back this way, the flatter that all of this becomes. I go from being able to see a little bit of the upper thigh to like less and less the more that you move back that way.
Right. If getting an upskirt was the goal, and if Ghassan was in cahoots with the dating coach, then one could assume that the plan would have been Ghassan brings her closer to the top of the stairs. But as we know, they walked off right away, which to me makes it sound like that was not the goal.
This was a weird thing to have to experiment with, but I understand in terms of trying to debunk a story, hopefully this helps. And I would not advocate shooting upskirts, by the way. That is, let me start that
Well,
over.
it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, it's fucked up.
I don't like to moralize, but quite honestly, it's gross.
I've been checking like every day since Monday. Has the article been released?
No, so that's what we're doing today.
Why?
The team at the publication was unresponsive. So the PR firm sent me alternative options. This is the first launch of the story. It needs to be authentic. I think I need to release this myself. We just got to make some final changes and put it out.
And then just
Publish.
hit
this,
publish.
Launch everything, and then watch the fireworks.
Fuck. Is it all loaded up? Oh yeah, it's published. Okay, so it just published right now. Okay.
Oh, this is brutal. Every bone in my body is like, dude, run the other way. What are you fucking doing? Okay.
Oh shit, okay.
We are ready. Backstory. Yeah, everything's working. Everything's there.
That's not why.
Right.
Before any of this.
Fuck! What filter should I use? Let me stall for another 20 minutes, guys. Okay.
Okay. Is this it?
Guys. See you on the other side.
Oh shit.
Oh my god. It's uploading. It's uploading. Just put up the video, man. Oh my god. Oh my god. Balls. Why the fuck did I go through with this? Done posting.
Okay, here we go.
Want to send directly to friends? Nope.
No.
Okay, I'm screen recording.
Oh, top of my feed.
No! Don't say that shit.
37 seconds ago.
Oh my fucking god. Holy shit. No. No, man. What did I do?
And very upset.
No, don't fucking play it, man. Holy shit. I'm walking away from this, man.
It was a false arrest. I'm not just saying that as.
Yo, you gotta stop playing it. You gotta stop playing it. I should message my family and tell them it's up. Oh my god. I actually feel like I've ripped something out of my fucking chest. It legitimately feels like a... Yeah, exactly.
Hey, come here. Give me a hug, man.
Oh my
fucking
god.
Okay, so let's recap. Ghassan's retelling of the events matched up with the evidence from the audio recorder. Based on our experiment, we found that getting a shot up a skirt was very difficult and almost impossible. But the police officer did say he saw something on the camera. So what the hell did he see? And if he indeed saw something, what the hell was the coach filming? Were there other clips the coach was filming that Ghassan was unaware of? And who even is this guy my friend hired? And get this, a few months ago, the coach was arrested for something else. But maybe we shouldn't be jumping to conclusions. All I know is Ghassan is 100% innocent, and the charges were dropped back in March of 2024. But wait, did Ghassan get uncancelled?
Hang on. My roommate's locked out. Hey, y'all want to see something? Check this out. When you go in incognito mode and type in my legal name, and boom. Look at that. Most of the articles are gone. All we got is just one more.
Fuck yeah, the mugshot's gone, man. Congratulations, dude.
Thanks, man.
Damn, your PR team did a good job.
Hell yeah.
Either way, Ghassan is one of my best friends. And this journey has only brought us closer together. And fair enough, he might still be cancelled to you. But he's uncancelled to me.